Okay, this is 5th grade math review. If you had 6½ dozen and you want to put a half a dozen in each package, you would take 6½ divided by half, which is a mixed fraction, so you would change that. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1, which makes that 13/2, times 2/1, because in division you flip the fraction, which would equal 13/1, which would equal 13 packages. So she would have 13 package. All right, if you have 10 divided by 8, you would take 10/1 times, you would flip 8/5. Cancellations. 5 will go into 5 one time, 5 will go into 10 two times, which would equal 16/1, which equals 16. Same way, 5/9 divided by 5/12, which would be 5/9 times 12/5. Cancellation. 3 will go into 9 3 times. 3 will go into 12 4 times. 5 will go into 5 one time. 5 will go into 5 one times. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3, which is an improper fraction, which would equal 1 1/3. Convert to Celsius, 68 Fahrenheit. You would take C equals 5/9 F minus 32. C equals 5/9, which would be 68 minus 32. C would equal 5/9 times 36/1, which 9 will go into 9 one time, 9 will go into 36 4 times, which would equal 20/1, improper fraction, which would be 20 Celsius. Convert to Fahrenheit. F equals 9/5 C plus 32. F equals 9/5 times 15/1 plus 32. Cancellation. 5 will go into 5 one time. 5 will go into 15 3 times, which would be 27/1 plus 32/1, which would equal 59/1. Improper fraction, which would be 59 Fahrenheit. All right. Change to decimal. You have 64/1000, which would be 3 placements. You have a 64. You need 3 placements, which would be 0.064. You have 8/100, which would need 2 placements. You would need 2 placements, which would make that 0.08. 6/10. You have the correct placement, which would be 6.6. All right, division. You all need to know this. All right, you got 946 divided into 310,288. All right, you would start multiplying. 946 times 3, which is 2,838. You would subtract, which you would have 264. You bring down your 8. You would multiply 946 by 2, which is 1,892. You would subtract. You would get 756. Bring down your last 8. 946 times 8 equals 7,568, which you would subtract, and your remainder would be 0. Your answer would be 328. All right, you have 7/8 of a pound equals how many ounces? You have 7/8 times 16/1 because there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. All right, which would equal 14/1, but you do your cancellations. 8 will go into 8 one time, 8 will go into 16 two times. 7 times 2 is 14, 1 times 1 is 1, which would equal 14. So 7/8 of a pound equals 14 ounces. All right, you have adding with decimals. You have 2.7 plus 2.8. 7 and 8 is 15, so I carry my 1, which is 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. You bring your decimal point straight down, so it would be 5.5. All right, in reading a decimal, you have 78.87. All right, 7/8. This is right here is the ones place. This is the tens place. All right, on the other side of your decimal, you have the tenths and the hundredths. So your 7 is in the hundredths place. Your tenths is in the or your eighth is in the tenths place. All right, down here, Roman numerals. All right, M equals 2,000. Because M equals 1,000, I have 2, so that would make that 2,000. A D is 500. A C is 100, so I have 2, so that would make 200. All right, I have a lesser number, 10, that is in front of a larger number, L, which is 50. So that would be 50 minus 10 would be 40. Then you have V and I, which represents 8. So you would add 2,000, 500, 200, 40, and 8, which would be 8, 4, 7, 2. So your answer is 2,748. Greater than, less than, or equal to. You have 1 3/4. Is it greater than, less than, 2? You have to change these. They have to have the same place value. 1.75 or 2.00. So you can see that the 2 is greater than 1 3/4. All right, over here, same thing. Greater than, less than, or equal to. You have 0.430, 0.43. They have to have the same place value. So 4.30, I would add a 0 to the 0.30. That would make that a 430. So they are equal to each other. If you have any questions, please message me on Jupiter. Thank you.